vision what the chima or person or Yama Ghana for no. Or do 1 year crowd or the free education bar. Ghana for because a BBA and I say it will buy no implement here at 2017 and I increase 20 free education. Now yeah no solo. Sabre will be who send enough free education a city. And credit to me the dear mini and Rob Double say bo mu fruso. Nana do say yeah me do. Did you want a COVID in Kobaye? Minia COVID in a buy no. Okay, I might be so Obuman crowd to school. My young grand of fear to cry, and my almost exams. Oinaba, Saubakaya, not 2020, but Tuaba. Yeah, registration, grand is forecast. No, I'm on premier registration now, yeah, Tuaba. Now, because depending to being Cosala, it requires first of all, trade the MY. Nina Camfuano, and this is for any baby, I'm maybe I can say, who implemented Bibubaya, obviously, ultimate. Send ye na yera mamudu ba o me ase obeye credit scoring eya ode baba Ghana ha no onse omonti bi da ombeje achinya na NDC for ye nipa bia sa wo ka se omu krom kra wo do omu kwa kodi ohene wo ho a ombeyi anu aka acho se ye de ye ntimi enya ohene no mane ye nanso wo do omu kosi akonwa nso ombedi hene no so ne ti ameka sa ni se sa obeka tama omampanyi dada ko for tab o ka se obey health insurance oman ka se omu etimi yen na emma soda omu sorry ti ai sa de ka free education omu sorry ti ai omu ye ho match pass de ade se yero mamudu ba omi o de ye ko digitization enyuma papa ya ye nyina na nipa so o to aba ye hwe niam 3 bibia o hwe good roads wa kwan ye no anya good health na wa say anya good education. Say Sanya Miensa NPP ya dia to hoi. Enu na yera mamudu ba omi ase odini nye beko digitization amaye. Say osha health a. Uwe hospitals are ye senior dia and na unko hospital na minia ako fa card and na folder na ode ako. Ni nyina ye hye papa yera mamudu ba omi ade atokwa mu a eda ho because ena cardless free ukwa utimi ko hospital wa bra unyusu folder bia. Sa so na ye ba binia ye habo ye system sani e ukwa ye tibi ko na ye ko pesika na ye nya sika na ye de akono se anu no se Togo o maga na ni Togo ye nyina ya hwese ye betimi duty na ebepe because ye ma from cry ye ntimi ko bru Togo de so okay anu boa ma businessman for no o matimi aya adwuma papa we say mama de all kono ye habo nyina wode ma obi for 35 good years. But so obisi obet me abo ma habo na ayeyi a menu ase ukoyi car na se car no wo form o spare parts wo form a se wo ba o man se wo so de begifo ama ayeyi oyin ba na na make emebo a by sa ne ma ni nyina ne ade a yewura mamudu ba o me afa ho adwena o dwene eti na manifesto na eba no se wo koye education sector ye ka se ye free education na ye no na ye fast time bia nka ho on said next time naba me say me offer asibi benana owo be 3 years onim say akrade tibi twitwa ntontra sa STEM school na ya bie no otibi de yeka eda uko aputoja school a enkrade omo KG ede ko nya omo ye robotics oyin ba first go be robotics as I go say no school na university be boara and they started from the scratch. Na say akrade sua sa nyema we nyina.
All right.
Onu soro no na otubi e bibia. Eti na me ka che Ghana for ni say yewura Dr. Mahmudu Bawumia Ghana for ehwe no na omun kai say NPP nyuma papa ya ye no. Yewura John Mama say oba free education dey won twam obeto aso. Sa so no o che say on twam dia. Anya na omo start here omo implement here no. Yahwema omo anto aso no omo fa yenko awie.
Honorable me da say mama engage Foko ene George Kwatin sesi ana yenhwem ni say auditorium no getting ready for the main program no to take off say enyame na omo shasia then we will switch over and bring you the live coverage of the 2024 NPP Manifesto and high attack crowd GSCS and our TN cafe no but Foko bibia boko you've been there for about 2 days.
Yes.
To say,
oh, Bibia,
political tempo, to say,
Bibia, come good. Everybody said, atmosphere, Bibia, come, Sani Becano.
What are you looking forward to?
Anzo Hinaba, I grew a idea, a friend of politics. ye nyina ye manifesto ye free campaign lunch from polling station about to ye electoral area constituency regional national executive ebe pray parliamentary candidates ebe fire presidential ade ba akopɛ ye to abani nyina wie ade ma ye presidential candidate me benya president or Ghana wie a ye nyina bu say ho ne say ede na president ni betimi aye ama ebe so Ghana nyina so what you say na so far o hwɛ ade ani din a yewra baumia one yewra mama ekoi de yewra mama timi ye ya etimi ko Ghana nyina yedum so be yewra baumia atimi aboa mede ma no si nam sɛ minister abani ntino watimi aboa ma fie bia be wura mu enne e Ghana omo wo Ghana card omo wo free SHS watimi aboa ma health insurance bimi krom na oba akra bo ne bo na ogina district health insurance office na wo renew and watimi ye sorry ase enra me no na nam ye frau say ufie light adum no e wa na odo mu ba fu ye na auto prepaid dem am. These are the things small corner na dem Mr. Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia what me aboama every single Ghanaian enya so mfa so me dem asem besi anam say minister abentino e de ani die be ma no
right mamene honorable Kojo Opon Kroma, a former minister for information and currently a minister in charge of works and housing. Your opinion, no.
Good.
Office. Any grounds hanging also to say?
Oh, Boko, Jumanani Gusu Ayeno. Nene, Bayer don't be me nun terminal. Ghana Man Penny 2025, Yamea Domoa Oba, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, or the Nimiswadi who were born in out for the Beto Ghana for enemy. And Samoa, a day anymore, beba. Challenges are beba we are seeing in a Bible class, a bremuno, and a more day beba. Now, they are winning your penny. Or what ideas or solutions are near my emuya dea, but to me answer. Now, and then or the need a better abonting. Here we are, a best say in Mendici for Senatem Didi, and ye Casentry, and yen chato so. Memum de yesterday say, yeah, the problem now issue no to war. Dr. Bamiadin Training, almost all my drink trewe, homofemra. Nagana for instance, and I yen wa reshima who Brasim say, ideas are. Ye penny no edi anim na edi agun krata so ayede ba no Ghana for tena se no mo hwe ye answers no mo hwe ndis for answers dodo na abeje penny say o man ye de hye Mahmoud Bawumia ne MPP nsa for the next chapter and ne beboy and only a rich
right. And then how are you expecting Ghanaians omo ebe fa de amonyoko meru nyina ka no omo do so no mo hunu de emu odro
Ghana for chi ma bobil Ghana for chi ma bobil say what the opportunity no to nanim now bisane say enyinam nkane a ne bo to me kosoro esan say the fango enenua enyinam nkane a nti say enyinam nkane a bo kosoro a yewra Mahmoud Bawumia say the obeya fa ho ne say or the 2000 megawatts of solar power eba beka ho na wa enyinam nkane a bo eswate now say the NDC ni no ebegina ho now ubisa ne say ono anyinam nkane abo okosoro den no beye ama eswate a menyini say so far wate ho ansa nti Ghana ni na nitima bobi no tena ho a na oti obeka say ebi kura na me NDC ni na mo mitie yewura Mahmoud Bawumia ni so ade ho ya anyinam nkane asem obetumi aso ano petrol bo obetumi aso ano transport bo obetumi aso ano adwuma sem obetumi aso ano eno nti no ye de ye vote ebema no ebia ye NDC enwum na ede ye boy yesa na enye no na be solve transport fares nye no na be solve adwuma sem nye no na be solve energy cost ye gidi say Ghana for Tima Bobby until on best no take the right decision
sina mama na say now
I want it included. The 1996 can we have the manifesto? The 1996 manifesto of the New Patriotic Party. And there are some areas we hold to be true. These they held and we hold to be true. The rights and needs of the individuals are paramount, as enshrined in the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights and the Constitution of the Fourth Republic of Ghana. This part, the very first time when the UN Secretary of Defense passing a comment about an African country's manifesto. It never happened until 1996, NPP 1996 manifesto. Because of some of the things, brother Muammar al-Gaddafi, he came to Ghana in 1996 to meet J. Kufuor secretly. As for the details, I will not give. But Muammar al-Gaddafi was giving a copy of the NPP's 1996 manifesto, and he sent it to Libya.
Then Libya president.
Yes, the then Libya president in 1996. And Onya manifesto, Muammar Gaddafi, the book that he wrote before he died, he referenced the New Patriotic Party's 1996 manifesto. People should go and read. But I'm not talking about the Green Book. The Green Book is different from the book that he wrote before he died. Then, individuals and societies make a state. States do not make individuals. Therefore, we believe in freedom of association and expression, freedom from oppression, from fear, and from arbitrary arrest. This was put there by Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. This came from Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Individuals and societies make a state. States do not make individuals. Therefore, we believe in freedom of association, but this man will arrest you. And expression. Freedom from oppression, from fear, and from arbitrary arrest. Justice is either for all or it is for none. Every Ghanaian is entitled to the protection of the law. The sovereignty of the people and states should be anchored in the rule of law and the independence of the judiciary. This was also proposed by Peter Alajete, who was then the national chairman of the New Patriotic Party. A free enterprise economy is the surest guarantee of economic growth and prosperity. Government must create the environment for business to thrive and for effort and initiative to be rewarded. What a person makes legitimately must never be taken away from them. There's a confusion as to whether Alan Chamatin proposed this or Apia Minka proposed this. But it came from Bibia Ala Natural Dada. So it is believed that about 70% of more people in the NPP believe that this came from Alan Chamatin. Please go up. So you have J. Kufuor himself, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, you have Peter Alajete himself, and then you come to Alan Chamatin. The individual must be enabled to develop in freedom to attain the highest level which his or her talents permit. We don't know who actually provided that section, but it's for the NPP 1996 manifesto. And then the provision of quality education, further training, and an expanding economy that creates jobs, as well as provision of good health facilities, and whatever, is part of Theresa Kufuor's proposal to the then national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Peter Alajete. So you see, provision of good health facilities and medical care for all Ghanaians form the basis for the development of the individual and a nation. Now, roll up, let's go to the various aspects of the... Okay, so this is the vision of the party. Our vision of our country, Ghana, is that a stable, peaceful, united, and democratic nation dedicated to the promotion of the welfare, freedom, and prosperity of its citizens. A country whose governance is imbibed with the principles of liberal democracy, blah, 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 blah. We know NPP Brofo into the call. So go up there. Then you come to the motto of the New Patriotic Party. And then there's chapter 1. And surprisingly, you can hold on here. If you look critically at all the manifestos our parties in Atra, everybody centers chapter 1 on the economy. Yes. Meanwhile, our economy is still not number 1. All the parties. they play prominence to our economy, and the economy building a prosperity for all. A poor economic record, the cost of PNDC continuity. And this is the very first time any political party began chapter 1 of their manifesto with their opponents, mentioning their name. The 1992 chapter 1 did not mention the NDC, 1996 did, 2000 did not, 2004 did not, NDC 2004 manifesto did not, but NPP, this is the very first time, page 1, chapter 1, in the first sentence, they mentioned their opponents. So over the past 13 years, the PNDC government has pursued an economic program, euphemistically called an economic recovery program. This one came from the IMF and the World Bank when they introduced PAM's card, Program of Action to Mitigate Social Cost of Adjustment. The Rollins had Mobi Squad as another program from the World Bank and the IMF, and a lot of things. So you go up, you go. So it talks about the economy. And then let's come to what the NPP said they were going to do. They had a whole page and more pages talking about the EPR. Hold on, please come down a little. Please come down a little. Come down. Thank you. Our commitment to change. So this is what the NPP said they were going to do in 1996 when it comes to our economy. The NPP is committed to a complete change from the shameful record and pledges to restore our dignity as a sovereign nation. We will seek it to create in Ghana a just and humane society where each is his brother's keeper. We aim to shape the nation's history through faith and blah 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 blah. Go up a little where you can point 1, 2, 3. Okay, yes, it's here. Thank you. You can leave it there. In a developing country such as ours, there's no denying the fact that the government is a motive force. Nevertheless, the greater engine for social change and economic progress is the entrepreneurial economy. Hence, a need to establish a pragmatic balance between the public and the private sector. So the private sector discussion of the New Patriotic Party started from 1996. Where Papa Kwesi Nduom also came in to introduce that the private sector is the engine of growth. Yeah. Hence, a need to establish a pragmatic balance, blah, 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 supplementing the other in the creation of jobs and incomes. Hence, the need to create new economic management structures to ensure closer partnership between key players, industries, agriculture, trade, commerce, and whatever. The NPP will seek to bind government, employers, and employees in a negotiated social contract which will balance productivity gains with rewards and incentives in the system. And this is what brought your friend single spine.
Yeah,
this is what brought a single spine in 2000. Okay. Because almost NPP 2000 manifesto, you see that they rewrote it and a single spine by, because government was actually looking for a contract, a social contract, which will balance productivity gains and rewards and incentives in the system. That where we first degree, let's say your banking sector, I don't see why you should take more salary than me and all the others. That then they implemented the single spine. Okay. Dr. Papa Kwesi Nduom, when he became the Minister for National Public Sector and National Reforms.
Public sector reforms.
And national reforms. He also started that. Yanko up. Specifically, if you go to NPP Manifesto, sir, NPP is the only party in 1996 that mentioned specifically collaboration between one African country and Ghana. And they specifically mentioned South Africa. So when you go deeper into which NPP for Manifesto more 1996, they had a whole 3 pages for Ghana and South Africa, the South Africa cooperation. Okay. And we realize here, joined JACU first time, even in 2000, 2004, up to 2008. Ghana ministers in an hospital, Johannesburg.
Yeah, sure.
And then you have our dear former Greek minister, Major Courage Koshiga. Yeah, sure. A few others were all going to South Africa for medical care. And I think they should mention South Africa somewhere. I mean, in this. So go up. So this is the 1996 manifesto objectives of the NPP economic program for jobs, economic security, and empowerment. Please go. Until look for, okay, so you can take it off. Let me sit. You can take it off, and then one my baby NPP and the South Africa cooperation. There's something there I think will be of great benefit. So why have we lost touch with South Africa? The NPP started this in 1996. They continued from 2000 to 2008. What happened that we seem to have lost it with South Africa? When you go to chapter 4, page 8 and 9 of the 1996 manifesto of the NPP, you get that one. So when we come back, after talking to Nana Ejay, we'll look into 2000 manifesto of the NPP, and then we'll go to 2004, and then all of that. Nana Akwaba.
Captain.
Na Bibia Bokode. Honestly, I look at how you managed NPP in the United States. Yourself, Mr. Mankwa, even when Kofi Juma and others were at New Jersey, how you managed the NPP with New America, for a lot of people. Ghana for Krana, or Mobile America for Mobile number. How did you do that? We are then our year, sir.
Yo, Captain Medasi. Edinkano, Mechiao, and Opaneris, and I have for you now. So I'm on my Quenya or big panel with the Miaka. Now, and then limited the contribution to student loan and education. Okay. Now, MPP USA no. Nipa tu no ho esi ho man. Emma said the okano. Etimi epeja MPP USA. Na me
catch a Ghana for time obey MPP USA chairman.
Maybe MPP USA chairman our 08. So for two terms, which is 8 years now. I was the chairman of MPP USA. But before then, now I'm a first vice.
That's right.
Okay. Now,
that's if 2004 bani na me pese Ghana for history no say be me busa obi bia yanka say 2008 ya no munimo
the time na Kufuor ye president no so ye chairman.
Kufuor president na me
no ye chairman, no a first vice.
No a first vice. And the Kufuor e feel so no. And I'm very chairman. In opposition for 8 years no, I was the chairman. Now, made in Sakrae Bemu. That was the first time any of the external branches no, we came up with written documents. A strategic plan. Jake Obisibilam Tenisa John, they took a copy of it. Now, during my administration, and my vision was to introduce IT into election monitoring and other things. And they have set up an IT committee headed by Augustine Blay, who is now with vice president.
That's right.
And Joe Anochi.
You groomed Augustine, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I groomed Augustine and Joe Anochi. Okay. And, you know,
anyway, forgive me. I know you. So.
Yeah. Okay. Now you contribute to, we became the intellectual powerhouse of all the external branches. And our contribution was valued. Now it can't be also a party detail. And at that time, even though we were in opposition, now it means making financial contribution.
That's right.
Yeah, to the party. So,
I remember the time I owed 2004. Nimunomo did the first $50,000 to take care of Fulani for no time and now prepare man. I remember that $50,000 and all. Why do you?
Yeah, it with the financial contribution and intellectual contribution about party. And it may expand day. Was a US so. And you compare other branches now. Now you know different states. You go over New York State in Kwana. At the set a branch be in another country. New York, Massachusetts, all the states, and during my time, it me expanded to about 15 chapters. Unlike NDC, we call our, to say country, we call it branch.
That's right.
And a different, we call it chapters.
That's right.
The other way around. When they say chapter, it means branch, and vice versa.
That's right.
Okay, we brought a lot of branches to different states. Now, Honor was a point of call. So, be a outsider, they come to US, New York, Massachusetts, the tri-state, Connecticut, any other. And what I'm saying is that, and I was also able to bring in the youth. The young guys are Amiyao. I used to say Chichi.
That's right.
Kubitonto was my boy.
That's right.
I brought all of them into NPP USA. So, and Jenfie Agyapong, who is now Sandlos, and Fred Asamoah, all those guys, we do move by party. It my party in Bayakono. So, because there was a time now there were some people we had thought a party or Modia. But I opened it up and brought in the young guys. Obaya, I groomed her. As I say, made me feel Obi take you over. It was the first time the Senate branch in Oba Odiso.
That's right.
We call her the Iron Lady. Now on Subano. Yeah, me here no. I bet was
That's right.
The Kumia home as from party no. Obiaba and then the Koto Bibia Emma party no.
That was in which year?
Which year na?
Obaya more time.
Obaya time. Okay, so Grumi Obaya no money na that was
between 08 near
I think it was during the opposition time.
Opposition time,
2008.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were in there.
Okay.
Yeah, until from 08, Anna me did all these young guys, about party.
Okay. Chairman, time now wo US say Edumu Manifesto launches here. So now Uba.
Ebioha nearby.
Okay.
But major Ibiano nearby.
Okay.
Other said me and I say two delegates.
That's right.
And we always were present. We are partner of significance.
That's right.
Nearby.
Mobile role na mu play as NPP USA. Na mo yeden ye ma mo kwan kasa na den na mo yeden and some be drew grounds and call grounds.
I said I even manifesto before drafting other, we send your contribution.
That's right, especially on the diaspora.
On the diaspora.
I remember the 2008 one. Yeah, sure.
Yes, and a position on certain things. There was a time when, now delegate system, we said delegate system expanded, but we proposed every card bearing member of NPP USA of NPP generally. So you have the chance to vote, to select who becomes candidates and all that. And the compromise version was the expanded delegate system. And the answer na the views on certain issues eba. And the compare they have representatives from the external branches, which are NPP USA.
Okay. Dr. Mohamed Baumia and few leading members of the New Patriotic Party. This one of the bosses of Behenna. But I know Senator Baumia team.
But of
the baby I could do, a cofano. But you can't have the vice president sitting in a bus all the way from Accra to Takrady. No. Bus never corner cofano. Edna by the bus, so Dr. Mohamed
it is possible,
Aqua Drew and other on what could read the NHS, most of the ministers of state and members of parliament, and then a few other bigwigs of the party. Aqua Drew. This is the very first time NPP launching manifesto. Now, candidates, SFI Basim.
Yes,
Yes. Jay Kufuor went with the Mercedes Benz.
Yeah, that's true.
He went with a Mercedes-Benz. That Mercedes-Benz was provided by Honorable Apiakubi.
Hey, Konongo, Papa.
Yes, the woman poison was provided by Honorable Apiakubi. Some Mercedes-Benz now they call rolling swearing.
Yes, sorry.
That's right.
Sure.
Chairman, Moyasa contributions in Adiano area and ne more launching more manifesto for 2024. I was saying this year launching more youth manifesto, our International Youth Day. Oh, now we are penny now we share student loans so near there. What do you think? Who just oppose youth policy? That was manifesto, but be sure say you might be privy to it. It's what share the John Dramani Mahama, the NDC Youth Wing in the launch here with UPSC, and then Momo Diana. What's the way forward for the Ghanaian youth when it comes to education?
Yeah, I commend them for doing that. I think it's laudable. So the emphasis on youth. But personally, the manager who say country now said discourse is focusing on student loan. That is student financing programs. Okay. In the USA, both free SHS. The free SHS, USA, America was the first country in the world that started free SHS. And NPP adopted that. Okay. Now, student loan, a part of 2017. Now, NPP in the manifesto promised say Nanado Dankwa Akufo-Addo na ba no ba be increase student loan by 50%. Ampa obae no we implemented that policy, increase loan by 50%. Yeah, increase loan by 50% no. Now as a captain what can be say NPP manifesto no ya na aye akrachesem. Anya akrachesem na aye na enwumasua eda NPP party na akomaso. Editam bia no ye bibia na ye pese ye hu se oman bia ne betumpo a eye enwumasua ena ma ne konanim. Oman bia gross tertiary enrollment ratio no ena a project oman. Edi yana eye main focus of NPP as a political party. So or increase loan still na as a abano hwe kwan be stress a free students so I say all the free SHS about depend be brako we are better no much me akọ tertiary in other jurisdictions also take low because government need to be ma obia scholarship
sure
and they also take loans now loan now also offer and now I studies in I didn't who say woman here loan pa no woman to me bi adan if you say guarantor also copy guarantor ba guarantor no so enye obia our number bia
sure
also oyo obia why juma masnet for 36 months ansa na why bi na ohiani wa ba na epese eboa no oni civil servant bia na so obi contribute
no papa ye koko farmer na ma me trader onye snake da
yes and to ono ntimi anyi loan no bi it based on the introduction of Ghana card and who says obi wo Ghana card na all track no a obetimi ehunu so guarantee ni na say nipa no je bosia no na ohwehwe na obehunu eti ye wo Ghana card as synchronize all the databases together.
Now, before some call Ghana card, during those times, I'm introduced to the Students Loan Trust. How successful was it in dealing with Ekofuano Muhie Biankasa Pa as against Omuan? No more will be, but because of party affiliations, munya access to the student loan scheme. No more they call Ekokusiade.
One says what I'm saying during the student loan as we have it now, President before time.
That's right.
And a buy. So
yes.
Now student loan has never been on party affiliation. Yeah, my loans of course at the time and I'm a yet party card near a process or apply now go to the process now not at the amount. But I studies who said in the pana because at the beginning the BA portal now nipa bebree apply but ebedua yi no bo say omo di ka apply no na eso ate eye hwehwemu ne hu say omo no a omo nya guarantors no ena ma eso te enti no say yenyi guarantor no.
Okay, so on your screens no yeah Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia and on Samaria by Bewevi a crowd omo baby on Belonche manifesto no chairman Pacho.
Okay, enti yenyi guarantor no fi ho no na at the beginning of the year and be as 30,000 and now apply for loan now it should to about 60,000. That's a double
times 2.
Yes,
the double of it.
Double of it. A double. So a double now going back to what NDC wants to introduce. The first year whatever amount
free admission
fee. No. What student loan is working on now, before that, it said, now we want to do it like they do it in the US. So students apply for schools. Now I apply for student loan. So apply for student loan. Not only admission now. All he has to do is to notify student loan say be a manya admission. So until student loan comes in and then talk to the institution.
No, but said Kufo introduced you student loan this thing here was 2005 after he won the 2004 general elections. This was also said. Said we invest co-university said about ya won't struggle. So benye secretary who can at the end with me at the wo fa schools na fa apply but they do baby now very difficult. How new is this one from that one?
Well, from what I met, there, na any policy or so I apply. Recently, Dr. Duchim, we talked about it. Said, look, US and this is how we do it. So
someone will US from you.
Yes. So apply for a year. You apply for financial aid. So once you applying for schools, and the financial aid, no money. I say, okay, based on your family income, no. Ube here alone say, your scholarship say, when you say, so, and you say,
I cover to so baby and also first year.
Yes, so baby.
Oh, okay.
And this a year, and yet the janted you say, be a first year with the amount. Now, first year, not the manual, subsequent years, and what happens. So, and say, or come because I apply for student loan, not student, interested because that will be an loan in a ready. Ready near the manual. That's first year. Second year, third, fourth. Oh, mono the obages are confirm say obey. So I don't know. It takes stress from your students now are applying.
The loan no say wojia. Ghana for your need free kakra. Someone is saying first year admission fee free, and you are saying I'll give you a loan. Which one do you think the Ghanaian should go for?
I don't know, because there are different versions coming from NDC. Either say a loan and I say a free.
No, they're saying it's free.
Say free.
Admission fee free. That's what Bahama said.
Okay. Well, I say a free dear. Obiaba ko di free no. But what I'm saying is that tertiary education, Ghana, you do level a bit me free. So between free, I'm not questioning what government intends to do. No, say any priority, it can be done. But then I believe, say in all, if you look at best practices all around the world, loans, any education school. Over Ghana, Nibia, two choir or school UK, other
Ojilo.
But somewhere in 2016, I say the former president, John Dramani Mahama, I say tertiary, i.e., the nursing training and the teacher training for Nomina or loan, no cancel the allowance now the moment. And you came in to say, the loan wasn't visible until year for allowance. If you were going to restore the allowance at their moment. And so,
what's the question I say? What's the question now, Mr.
No, not really.
Come again.
On
two question I say.
No, 2016. John Dramani Mahama, so OG allowance from the teacher training and the nursing training and the free honor. Emma NPP Eka say no. You better restore the teacher training allowance and then the nursing training allowance. Not just say the loan aspect of it, papa. But today you are telling us that the best practice is a loan for every tertiary institution, and as a tertiary going student, which me are quite send the going forward. No, the person can pay back.
The argument about loan and allowance. Allowance not was for teacher training colleges and nursing training colleges. Okay, allowance.
Yeah, sure.
And I wanted to convert the allowance to loan. Okay. There were reasons why MPP wanted to maintain the allowance, and there were reasons that MPP proposal discontinue the allowance and converted it to loans. A business they felt say I don't know between I recruit more students and other things, but you maintain allowance now no nipa colleges of education and nursing training colleges more than during the NDC time. So and I don't know policy government decides or implement it. But what I'm saying is that what best practices are.
Yes.
Okay. Loans and loans so even within the African there will group be a friend AHEFA, Association of African Higher Education Lending groups.
Okay.
So and most countries recently when I was at student loan because was a real lunch student loan. Nigeria, when Tinubu was elected president, he promised the Nigerian students say he's going to introduce, loan scheme. So and that's the trajectory where everybody is going. And I'm saying that if the government, NDC government, if you listen, Ombana say, Ombetimi ama free tertiary, it's up to them.
No, but Chairman, if Memimbu San say, Osha US and other countries are more a practice students loan now. We school now. You are sure, say, America will for a very long time. Won't be a master's degree and then you come sit at home, jobless. And see, student loan now, you can pay. But first degree what's if jobless. After some buying loan. Master's degree, second degree, what's if jobless?
Jobless, yes.
Now, what's if how then are you expecting the people to pay?
And in the most cases, second degree will be the opportunity to call outside
the country. No, high.
No, the caveat is the loan scheme as we have it in Ghana. Second degree in Ghana.
So first degree will be on your juma.
Yes.
Or better no better.
Better no better. Say when Dr. Baumia is talking about digitization and other things, say you can say jobs and your government employment in Kwan and your jobs. The student loan say when you take the loan, you amount 2 years, then you start the payment kicks in recovery, and that time we are not looking at say it be a 1 year government employment. There's some.
No, we are talking about a Juma in general. A Juma in New York. It's 2 years. No, we university. We need Juma nye. But better no be too alone.
Oh, but the thing is, say a Juma any hono. A factor in we acknowledge.
So how do you expect a jobless person to pay for a loan?
Okay, but a man also going in education. What's the option?
So it becomes free.
Okay,
so it becomes a bad debt.
Well, and I write no provision for bad debt. And a doubtful debt.
So if the country so decide that, say now a bad debt, you can write it off. I can't. When say Biden over US, there are certain student loans are writing off. A decision of the country.
Okay. The answer you're engineering writing off.
No, I'm not suggesting that. But what I'm saying is that is not the prerogative of the student loan to decide. So,
but now during your time, I mean, person a fair clarity on this. During your time, the paying student loan trust, which may recover some of the loans among the students maybe in the past. or in the
Mutumi
books.
recover.
Mutumi recover kakra.
Yeah, I was able to improve recovery.
Unya be saying, if you remember.
Of head.
No, I mean, to me,
You can't tell of it.
no, because here we are different.
So at the
Yeah,
average,
it will improve to 65%.
But do you think,
recovery rate.
Umutia?
No, and it's because of some of the policies are put in place. One, like diaspora recovery, we put in systems that now I travel outside now. Yeah, fast for edge through their MasterCard or Visa programs, and even those here on the payment, there was a time now. This there are certain banks are it me introduce mobile apps or no tia or timitia. So now it would interest you to know, say, those who were not paying, a lot of them, there are people, they are, gainfully employed, but they were not paying.
To decide his own
Tia. Obo also, we national service now. Ne kakra kakra bia otua because payment and big money bia